Hey everybody, it's Jason Will. Just want to take a quick second to remind you that my Impact Agent University conference is happening this April 11th and 12th, 2019 in New Orleans, Louisiana. Get your tickets at impactagentuniversity.com and use promo code JASON10 for a 10% discount off your tickets. Ready? Ready to rock and roll? Is that action? All right. Okay.
That's right.
All right.
Absolutely. Go. Go.
Hello everybody, it's Jason Will with
Go.
So this is a real estate podcast, but we talk about leadership, personal growth, and becoming the best version of yourself. Leadership, check 1, 2, check 1, 2. Growth, best version of yourself.
Go.
So this is a real estate podcast.
Hey, good morning, Missy Kampmeyer.
Good morning.
Hey, tell everybody what market you cover.
Cover the Jacksonville, Florida market, all the St. John's, Clay, Duval, and into the St. Augustine area.
Awesome. Well, I've been trying to get you on video to tell your story. You've got an amazing story, but the part about you being hesitant to get on video or having anxiety around video is very relevant to a lot of real estate agents. You're facing your fears this morning. You're coming on video. Do you do much video in your business?
I don't. I should, but I don't.
Well, I'm hoping this is going to be kind of a launching pad for that in your business. Hopefully somebody will see this and send you a referral or just even tell you hey, Missy, your story was so inspiring. I'm implementing a morning routine. I'm doing all these things for my health. And that will just give you the energy and motivation to do this on a consistent basis. So let's talk about where you were and what happened when you had this moment of transformation, because I think that's also a key that I want to point out to our audience. You were at a learning-based event. You're at the Tom Ferry Summit. So I'm putting on my own event and encouraging people who haven't ever gone to events, because a lot of people have a closed mind about this. They don't have the money, or it's always this excuse they can't get away from their business. But you, first of all, were disciplined enough to invest in yourself, to travel to, we were in Las Vegas that year, right?
Yep.
So you traveled all this way from Jacksonville to Las Vegas, invested in the cost of the travel and the hotel room and the meals and all that stuff. And Sharon is very fond of saying that transformations don't happen in isolation. And boy, do you have a transformational story to tell. So tell us what happened. Kind of set the scene for us at the summit.
I've been thinking a lot about it, and I was kind of in this, I don't want to really say a funk, but I was really frustrated by that whole term, what is your why, your purpose, all this and that, because I'd say the cliche reasons of the whys, and they were just kind of empty. Went to Summit, that whole experience with so many people that are big thinkers are surrounding you. But the moment when David Goggins was on the stage and he started telling his story of what he went through, I don't know if it was just right place, right time. My mindset was in the right place, but he challenged everyone to do something different. If you got up at 6, get up at 5. If you get up at 5, get up at 4. Do something different. So I dedicated, I would get up at 4:45 every morning. I was a 6 to 6:30 in the morning, 7 a.m., maybe 7:30.
Yeah.
Not consistent. I would be halfway consistent. Coming home from Summit, that's what I did every single morning, 4:45. There were days I didn't want to, and when I'd go hit my snooze, I would just remember what he would say. I started that routine. That was, what was that, July, I think? It was in...
would have been August.
July, okay. My husband, at that point, he was not on board with me with exercise, so I essentially did this on my own. Every morning I went and ran the beach. Every morning I hit the gym. It was one or the other. He started joining me in September, and by the end of the year, we were literally in the best physical shape of our life. But it wasn't just the exercise, it was the entire mindset that changed. Absolutely could not believe the difference. And then that comes to a part that I don't talk very much about. He was in a horrible car wreck at the end of that year. And that mindset that was created literally powered me through 2018, because 2018 was a blur. it was the mindset of getting up in the morning and doing something different that made that difference. Literally made that difference for me. 2018, we still made our goals. We did everything we wanted to do, but total lifestyle change, mindset change. It's hard to describe, but I literally can now say I know my why, and it is not about. It's not money driven. I'm very goal driven. Give me a goal, I'll crush it. But I found that it wasn't fulfilling. You know, I set a goal for, I'm going to sell 60 houses. And when I made that goal, it meant nothing. But the deeper sense of accomplishment now of I want to create unforgettable experiences for people, for myself, because it's about the moments. It's so much more. And going back to what you said earlier about going to events, I was one of those that did not see the value in that. And there's huge value. I cannot believe what I get out of every single event, just plain being around people that are different mindset, bigger thinkers.
Yeah, I mean, this transformational moment would not have happened had you stayed in Jacksonville.
Oh, no, absolutely not. And I think one of my clients gave me the book, The Alchemist. And through that year of 2018, I read that. I've read it several times. And the journey is so evolving. And if you embrace the journey and the things that come along your way, it's life-changing. And I can look at the start of 2019 and look back at 18 and 17, and the immense growth is almost hard for me to even believe that it's me. I do have to challenge myself. I have to face my fears. And video is my fear.
Well, let's break down, one of the hardest parts of video is being vulnerable on video. And your story is one where you have to go to that place in order to help others who are going to watch this video. But I want to drill down because this David Goggins experience that you had really had this incredible ripple effect, in your business, in your life, in your mindset. So I want to because a lot of agents just don't have a morning routine. They don't believe in it. I used to say, I was very prone to say that one of the things I loved about the real estate business is that I didn't have to set an alarm. I could just get up whenever I wanted to. And I thought that was great. And that was just like a bonus. But every successful, like uber successful person, whether it's in the real estate industry or a CEO, these people have routines, like strict morning routines, evening routines. How did exercise connect you to your why? Was it just that you were able to be present in your own thoughts while you were running along the beach and you really were able to take inventory of what you were connected to?
I think it was that. And also that I was doing something and sticking to something that was out of my comfort zone. Staying in bed is nice, but not anymore. Absolutely not. There's nothing more fulfilling than to get up and start your day and watch the sunrise. And I started finding things that I was enjoying, things that I didn't even know were there. But being able to just have my time, my me time. If it was listening to an audiobook, or some mornings it was just listening to music. Sometimes it was just listening to the waves of the ocean. And I'll admit, crying for several miles, running the beach, because I really didn't know what was going to happen in life.
Yeah, I would definitely want to get to that part because that's really key. But wanted to make this point before we go there. What was your relationship with exercise prior to this event?
It was a wannabe. I would be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go run. And I'd run one day. And then that was it. Or I'd get all the right clothes and join the gym.
Right.
And not make it there. But I had all the gear.
It's funny that you mentioned that when you had these inclinations to maybe hit the snooze or stay in bed, that you like really David Goggins became the voice in your head.
No, truly, every day when I would want to hit the snooze, I would remember even the tone of his voice of, I don't know why that hit me so hard, but it was just like, I have no excuses. If he can go run 100 miles on a broken foot, I can sure get my butt out of bed and run 3 miles on the beach.
Right, right. And so this happened in August that you saw David Goggins keynote at this Tom Ferry event. Your husband's accident was when? What's the timeline there?
December of the same year.
December of the same year. So just a few months later. And we have to kind of, quantify the impact of this accident. I mean, your husband was a successful business person, full of energy, and this was like a debilitating accident.
He was truly my equal, even more driven than I am. Project manager, owned 3 businesses, and he was crushed alive in a vehicle. He'll never drive again. He has had 13 surgeries to date. He cannot see out of one of his eyes. He has a little bit of brain injury. He had quite a bit for the last year, but it's improving. But definitely there's some issues. So yeah, life-changing. We were going 90 miles an hour one way, and now we literally turned the opposite way.
And and he got on this exercise journey with you prior to the accident. And were you guys planning to do something like really outrageous, like climb a mountain or something?
He had just signed up for the National Geographic Mount Everest Base Camp. We were going to go to base camp together. We both are avid hikers and very, very active, love the outdoors. So yeah, we had done that.
So just even that's like one of those kind of pipe dream bucket list things. But you guys prior to this were in no physical condition to ever even make that a reality. But, just getting up and doing this consistent exercise, you mentioned it earlier, you were in the best physical shape of your life and actually could, prepare to climb Mount Everest.
The doctors, the first responders on site told me that if his heart had not been in the condition it had been, he would not be here today, because they had to restart his heart twice on the life flight. It's a little hard for me to talk about, but if we had not been on that journey, he wouldn't be here.
Yeah. So this essentially, you going to this event and hearing that information, come out, hear David Goggins' story, potentially saved your husband's life. Hands
down. And you don't think of these things. I mean, I never thought of these things when you start on a journey. You don't think that, because I get up at 4:45 in the morning, it's going to equal to this. But I look now today and see what one choice made another choice that made your journey go like this. And I cannot believe that I'm where I am today because of just a simple choice, literally a simple choice. If it's getting up in the morning or going to an event or listening to someone that knows more than you, taking down notes, accepting a video call.
Right. Yeah. I mean, this is a big step, and it's going to have this amazing, this is just another step or another piece of this journey, because this is why I've been trying to nail you down for so long, because the story is that powerful. It truly is. And we haven't even gotten into the stuff that is, because this has helped you deal with depression, deal with the anxiety, deal with all the stress that has come, but because now you're like the sole earner in the family. You guys have had to downsize. Your life does not look the same as it did before. So there's been just this drastic change, but this routine has kept you grounded through all of it.
Absolutely. That was another thing at that event. It's kind of all fuzzy, but Tom Ferry was talking about, I think it was about passive income and all of that. When I got home, I not only started the morning routine, I bought a house to flip. And it scared me because it's something so out of my comfort zone. I had no idea what I was going to do. But fast forwarding, we ended up having to move into that house. And it's paid for. And it was completely remodeled. And had I not taken those steps, I don't know. I mean, I am now the sole provider. He is permanently disabled. It's just different. It's a different lifestyle, but it's okay. And like you said about the depression, there were times I truly did not know if I was going to, when, where, but the morning routine was my survival. Literally, it was my headspace.
And I find that because I have the same, I am trying to get to a place where you are with the discipline in the exercise. And for me, I've got coaches and mentors that say you need to get your most important work done first thing in the morning. So I had to reflect about what's my most important work. And for me, it's getting some exercise in. That's the most important thing I can do when I wake up. And it's a cognitive thing. So if I just wake up, at the 6 o'clock or 6:30, I've got this kind of cloud. But if I get up at, 4:30, I'm at the gym or I'm on my Peloton by 5, I mean, I'm thinking better. My thoughts are clear. I've got more creativity, more ideas, just everything. I'm feeling better. I'm functioning better. Everything runs smoother. And plus, I'm up early. And so I'm getting an earlier start on the day. And it just has there comes the ripple effects.
No, for sure. I mean, my morning routine is I'm, up at 4:45 and I'm at the gym by 5:15 or I'm running. But I'm done with my workout and I watch the sunrise in the morning. And that is just, it's like life. I have my cup of coffee and I walk by the river and watch the sunrise, and it never gets old. And then to get home and it's only 6 something in the morning and you've already accomplished, you feel like I've accomplished. I can either sit and read a book or I can make breakfast, or it's just there.
It's interesting how powerful just that sense of accomplishment is.
And by early in the morning, and it powers you through the day. It literally powers me through the whole day.
Well, this has been an amazing story. I think it's really going to resonate with a lot of people, and hopefully they will start this path of implementing some routine, because you don't have to get up at 4:45. One of the ways you start is by committing to a consistent time that you're going to get up and start getting up.
Well, I know for me, it was just making sure that I didn't waver off of that. If I said it was 4:45 or 5, that is when I get up. And like you said, if some people, it might be 6. But there's nothing like getting up and having the accomplishment and watching the sunrise.
Yeah, the biggest part is like not hitting the snooze button, because that is, I've heard it said many times that you're rejecting the day. And if you start your day, instead of starting your day with rejection, you're starting it with accomplishment.
And when I get up in the morning, my alarm hits, and the first thing I do is I make my bed, because I literally get out of bed, make the bed, because when I come home, then it's all done. Yeah. And I'm not going to climb back into bed.
Right.
When I first started it, I'd go to the gym and that bed was still there. And I was like, I'll sleep. But if it's made, I don't want to unmake it.
Right.
So I started adding that into my morning routine.
Well, here's the next step from this video, how this video can be like really super powerful, is that when I post it and I tag you in it, because people are going to start to make comments. So you've got to check back with us. You need to engage with the people that are commenting on the video. I'm hoping they'll reach out to you and maybe want to dig a little deeper in your personal story or share what they're going through. I'm sure they'll have some questions about, are there some other triggers that you put in place? Do you set your workout clothes out the night before? How many days a week are you working out? How far do you run? They'll probably have all these questions. And so whether this is a video about your real estate business or a video about you sharing something personal, the key here is to be consistent with the video and be consistent with your engagement. So, and I'm hoping that this you feed off of this momentum that this creates and the stories that people share and just how inspiring this is going to be to, our real estate community and people that you've never even met before.
I like what you said about that, because I found that out even in my own team. Not pushing your agenda on anyone, but leaders lead by example.
Right.
And I have found my admin and all my agents are going to the gym. We're working out, and now we're all going to run the Gate River Run together. And I've got Cady Team t-shirts, and we're all going to walk this 15K. Is everybody at the same level? No. Some are going to walk. My husband's going to walk it, which is truly miraculous, because he was told he'd never walk again. It might take him 5 hours, but he's going to do it. And we're all going to do it together at different levels, but it's together, and it's our team collaboration, and that is our goal.
That's so awesome. And, I think back to a book that I read. It was entitled H3 Leadership, and it talks about how, when a lot of us were raised with this notion that you're one way at work, you're one person at work, and you're another person at home. You don't show weakness, you don't show emotion. When in reality, it's the vulnerability that really connects with people, that makes you relatable, that humanizes you, and connects you to people. And so that's just huge, just to be yourself in all walks of life, and to be yourself and authentic and be vulnerable on video is extremely important. All right, Missy, I'm going to let you air out your armpits, get rid of the palm sweat. You are done. You are free. And I cannot wait to edit this up and share it. And as soon as I do, I'll tag you in it. If you're watching this video, please engage with this and tell your story. Be vulnerable, be authentic. And let's talk about how a routine, maybe it's not even a morning routine, it could be an evening routine, or just getting into habits of prospecting, how those can change your life and your business. And let's give Missy kudos for coming out of her comfort zone and making this video. And please, if you've got any referrals in the Jacksonville area, get in touch with Missy. Missy, what's your cell phone number?
904-610-9217.
They can call or text you on that number. All right. Thanks so much, Missy. Have a great day.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Impact Agent Podcast. If you liked the show and got something out of it, please like the Impact Agent Podcast on Facebook and rate and review the show on iTunes or anywhere you listen to podcasts. This really helps us grow the show and helps other agents find it. Please share it with your friends and coworkers as well. You want us to deliver the show to you via email every week? Then email me at jason@impactagentuniversity.com, and we'll send you the show every week. Please let us know what you think about the show, what you like, what you don't, or possibly make a suggestion about a topic you want to hear. Email me at jason@impactagentuniversity.com, or leave us a message on Facebook at Impact Agent Podcast. Until next week, everybody be productive, safe, and happy, and always keep learning. This podcast is produced by Johnny Gwynn at Deep Fried Studios in Mobile, Alabama, and is paid for and powered by ImpactAgentUniversity.com.